my two front teeth, my two front teeth. See my two front teeth. Gee, if I could only have my two front teeth, then I could wish you Merry Christmas. Seems so long since I could sing Sister Susie sitting on the thistle. Gosh, oh gee, how happy I'd be if I could only whistle. All I want for Christmas is my two front teeth, my two front teeth. See, my two front teeth. Gee, if I could only have my two front teeth, then I could wish you Merry Christmas. I don't know if you guys know that song, but it's one that I heard growing up as a child. Anyway, greetings from Hong Kong. Today we are going to be speaking with Wendy van der Grinten from the Netherlands. I believe she is located currently in Spain though. And we're going to talk about her Nice Cream Squared ebook, which is part of the Vegan Foodie Bundle, the link to which is in the chat. Oh, she's here. Hello, Wendy. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Hello, Mary McCully. Hi. Just send me... Actually, can I invite you? You can send me a request or... Oh, I go live with... Can I... Did you get my... Did that work? Oh,
hey!
Yay!
Oh, okay. So happy to be here. I just noticed my battery's 11%. So quickly get the charger.
Okay. Go ahead. Go. Yay! It worked. So yes, Wendy has got an ebook called Nice Cream Squared, and it is included in the Vegan Foodie Bundle, which is a curated collection of over 35 ebooks and courses, collectively worth over $1,000. And it is yours for just $50 thanks to the Vegan Foodie Bundle. So we highly encourage you to check it out before it runs out, because it ends on December 6th. At midnight Hawaiian Standard Time.
Hawaiian time?
Yeah, that's what I was told by
Cool.
Stephanie. Yes. So Wendy, where are you? Are you in Spain now?
Yeah, I'm still in Spain. Yeah.
Yay. But you're originally from the Netherlands, right?
I'm from the Netherlands. Yeah.
Very cool. How's it? How are things in Spain? How's the weather? How's the climate?
It's a lot better.
Oh, was it bad before?
A lot better. No, I mean, like, yeah, it was for some days. Like here, there comes a storm, and then you think it's winter. It's cold. Oh. We need like fluffy things and hats and gloves. And then 2 days later, it's like, oh, it's 17 degrees now. The sun is shining. Oh, it's actually nice. I don't need a jacket.
Oh, wow. That sounds like Scotland almost. You get 4 seasons in a day.
Scotland? No way. Scotland, it's always cold. Here, it's always really? Nice.
That's what they say about Scotland though, right? 4 seasons a day.
Yes, it's what happens at the sea. In Netherlands, it's too, like when you're at the sea, it changes faster because of the clouds not hanging there so long. But yeah, it's good. Oh, you shared your link already. Shall I share my link?
Sure.
Okay, here's my link. Yoo-hoo!
Yes, you can check out the Vegan Foodie Bundle either through the link in the chat that I've pinned or the link that Wendy has just pinned. And as you can see, they're slightly different because they are unique. So let's get a little bit of competition to support your favorite content creator.
It's not a competition.
Just click on there.
I'm always very transparent. I just feel that if people want to support you and you know, they feel like you you deserve something for all your amazing shares. Yes. They go to you, and if they feel like they want to support me, they go to me. It's like that.
Yeah, sure. But just to let them know that each individual link is actually unique, because I think some people are not aware of that. So
no, I didn't know that the first time. I was like, why are there so many people and all these lives? And what I was not in part of the bundle. I was like, I don't understand this share the link thing and what they're talking about. And then I thought, oh wait, maybe they get like an affiliate and they get like something extra if you buy through this other person's link. So then I decided to go with my friend Eva, who was just starting. I knew that she was just starting her business, instead of some other people that I know that they have like 10 businesses and make a lot of money. I thought, okay, I'll go with this person that I really, you know, that I really like to offer this, you know, like that. And another time it was somebody's birthday, and I thought it would be cool to buy their book because it's their birthday.
Yeah, but like you said, Wendy, it is important to be transparent, which is why I like to tell the viewers that the links are actually distinct, and you are directly supporting the content creator by clicking on their link. And that is why I, you know, I joke that there's a competition, but it actually does make a difference. So support your favorite content creator, be that Wendy or me or anybody else who is taking part in the vegan foodie bundle. There are
Louise is saying everyone's ego stripping.
That's right. That's what we're here for. I kid. But anyway, Wendy, I wanted to talk to you about a number of things, because you have a very inspiring story of of healing on the healthier lifestyle choices that you made, right? And that's what inspired you, I believe, to write the book.
Yeah, it's true. You're right. Well, I glad you find it inspirational. I didn't know that. Well, yeah, I did. It was very, I had a very numbers of chronic health problems that were diagnosed by the doctor, and some were not diagnosed by the doctor. But I made a list once. It was 26 things of conditions and issues, and and when I try to make a list, I never get past the 15 now, because I always forget some. And then somebody else says, oh, I said, oh, I had that. Oh, no,
what were the major things that you were struggling with?
So I think the major thing was that I was chronic fatigue for a really long time. I really allergic to cow's milk, which I didn't know, which was blocking my, like, everything, my whole living. And also, I think, like, I was having problems with my sugar, like insulin resistance, like pre-diabetes, but I didn't know that. I was just having so many spikes and lows. I think that was the major problem here.
Okay, so what led you to the vegan lifestyle and the raw foods?
So there was this point in my life where I was getting pregnant, and my baby was, I'm sorry, I'm just plugging in the thing because it's not plugged in correctly.
That's okay.
Because like now it's 2%. So I was pregnant, and I started to have these pains of ligaments. And that's supposed to happen a little bit in the beginning, but mostly towards the end of the pregnancy. But I was just pregnant. So my hormones were making that super flexible. And I've always been a little bit hypermobile, but never been really diagnosed with that as a problem. So because these ligaments were so stretched, my joints would just go all over the place. And every time I would go too far, it would inflame the connection points of the ligaments on the joint or on the bones. So I would have this chronic inflammation. I had that in my feet since I was in the primary school.
Oh, so you had like pain in your feet? Is that?
Yeah. So I would have this Achilles heel inflammation every time. So then I would have these bad digestion, but I didn't know. I was like, I said to everybody, no, my digestion is fine. You know, I wasn't really bothered with it. I didn't know that that was that bad until I started healing. So yeah, then these ligaments were so flexible that I got pelvic instability, which means that when I walk, like if you have the pelvic bones, the hip bone, one would go like this and the other one would go forward. So, and then they would like stay stuck in this wrong position that would pull on the ligaments and the muscles and the tissues even more, and it will get inflamed even more, which hurt. But now when I go lie on one side, let's say my hips are like that, this one twists forward and it would touch the pelvic bone in the front and that would start hurting. So after 2 hours of sleep, I had to wake up because it's so painful. I woke up, had to go on the other side, so the bone would go that way. And then 2 hours later, I would wake up and try to sleep on my back. But I cannot sleep on my back because of sleep apnea, and I keep waking up because I think I'm dying in my dream because I stopped breathing. So I sleep on my belly, but being pregnant, that was a little bit of a problem. After some time, your belly is very big. So I slept very long on my big belly, a lot. But then this hormonal thing that makes all the ligaments stretch also came to the sternum. So I don't know if you can see that, but here's the sternum. So it would press here and then it would feel inside on, I don't know what it is, like there's this, I don't know the name in English, this tissue that's holding up your lungs and everything.
Diaphragm.
Yeah, diaphragm. So it would just start pushing also in the middle, and then my liver would start hurting. And so that wouldn't really be working as well. So this was making me sleep deprived, right? Then I was having my baby and not getting enough rest, and I was breastfeeding, and I was eating 4 gigantic meals a day, and I was losing weight. I was even losing weight in my pregnancy. After gaining 25 kilos, I started losing again at the end. So I guess that I was just not absorbing my food, but that I didn't know until I was almost giving birth. Before that, I didn't know I wasn't absorbing my nutrients. I mean, I had these holes here and like the blue under my eyes, very long. People complain, they say, oh, you look old like this, it's vegan. I said, I've had this since I was so young.
So you were already vegan at that point?
No, I was trying. I was going back and forth and back and forth and getting cravings and all that. But the point came that I was at the bottom of the stairs one day, and my baby just needed a new diaper, and I was doing cloth diapers. So I had all my cloths upstairs, and I didn't take one down in the morning. And all these doctors, like all 6 of them, if you go up the stairs, Wendy, you'll hurt yourself more, you'll end up in a wheelchair, and it'll happen like that. And I was in this group with other moms having this issue. Actually, one of them now is permanently in a wheelchair. So that is an issue. And yeah, that's not really helping, of course. So at this moment, I really had to decide, am I going up or down? Am I staying down? Well, my baby's in the room, like he's not crying, but he will, and he starts to make like little noises, like mama, mama, like this. And I made there the most important decision of my life, that I was gonna do whatever it takes, anything, to get to the bottom of this issue and fix it, because I always believe that nature has all the answers for us, and that there is an energetic remedy or homeopathy or a breath exercise or a change of mental thinking or something on this planet that can help me, because I believe that we are part of this planet, and that's just the way it is. That's just my, call it religious, spiritual belief. But I made that decision to do whatever it takes to fix it, because this is not living. I cannot live like this, and I will not go in a wheelchair, so I will do whatever it takes. And it took me another year before I did finally find about detox and went on my smoothie soup week, 3 weeks, and Googled myself crazy if I can live on fruit and vegetables, and ended up finding Dr. Robert Morris and going on fruit and some salads here and there, and yeah, cleaning up my body. And like 6 months later, I'm reborn. I'm sleeping, and I'm sleeping from like 10:30 in the evening till 7:30 in the morning in one go, and I'm waking up by myself, and I'm like, wow, I rested. Like after like 3.5 years of not having been rested and being in pain, waking up with pain is terrible. Then, you know, people complain about you're tired, they complain. I'm like, whatever you say, I know better because I'm sleeping, you know, like.
Yeah, that's why what you went through is very inspiring. Anybody who's maybe struggling with something similar, hopefully will watch this and feel motivated to make, you know, lifestyle and dietary changes to address their symptoms. But you mentioned Dr. Morse, and I'm curious, did you stumble upon him through Google, or did somebody tell you about him, or how did you come across the information?
Okay, so I did this 3 weeks of smoothie and soup, right? I have to do. Okay,
oh,
so better like that. So
you're back.
I'm. Yeah, it goes off on. But now I it's better now. So I was just Googling after these 3 weeks where you're supposed to rebuild to eating rice and lentils. And I wasn't eating rice and lentils for a long time. I mean, I was like living on vegetables, basically cooked and raw, and salads and soups and things like that. And
had you been vegetarian most of your life?
No, I've been trying that for 3 times, but that would take me a lot to answer that question. But to find Dr. Morse, actually, I'll answer that first, because I was like searching in YouTube, and I was following a really nice girl named Brittany who lives in a van in the United States. You know her?
No. What's her name? Say it again.
Brittany.
Brittany. No.
She was living in a van on her own, driving from north to south, south to north in the United States. And I was like, we wanted to go live in a van and travel the world. So I was like, oh, that's a nice video. And okay, I have to Google if I can live on fruits and veggies only. So it sends you on the YouTube on the right, it sends you all these ideas of clicking things. And there was like this one video where there was like a preview photo with an eye, like a photo of an eye. And I'm going,
Oh,
Keon,
you're frozen.
Keon,
you're frozen when...
move your hand.
Oh, you're back.
This way. So you
back.
have all the previews, yeah? And Keon goes, he tries to take them out. He's like little, he can just reach, you know, on the desk, and like, no, puts his hand away, don't click on anything.
Oh, is that your son?
Yes.
Oh, right. Okay.
So I think, oh, leave me alone. I have to investigate this, you know, I'm saving my life here. So I'm going to the toilet, and I come back, and he's, of course, with his little head clicking on the thing, and he clicked on this eye, which was an iridology explanation of a lady that had cancer. And there was Dr. Moore showing the photo of her lung cancer, this big. And then 52 days later, grapes only, another photo, then the tumor shrunk. Yeah. And I was going, right, 52 days only grapes? Oh, I can do what I want. I mean, if it's helping for cancer, it will not kill me. I mean, look what I've been through. It will not be well bad. So that's how I found Dr. Morse. Keon actually steal the mouse and click on the eye, and it just made sense. He was just explaining me, this lady has this and this in her eye, and she's eating grapes because of resveratrol and a whole other bunch of nutrients. Because it does that and that with her body. And I'm like, oh my God, that's what the nutrients in my supplement that I've been eating for the last 6 months. Mm-hmm. Wait, it's not about me eating more of the supplement. It's about removing all the other foods and just eat this. Yeah. And so I went to the store and bought myself a gigantic Moroccan watermelon and ate that. And I was like, I'm eating nothing. I was just the happiest girl alive, because I was like, I found it. Like, I can eat what I like. Nobody's complaining there's too much sugar or you can only have one slice after dinner and shit. You can just eat the thing, and as a result you get healthier. Like, okay, I'm gonna do it. You know what I gotta lose? Like, cannot get worse than this. So that's how I found raw veganism, eating fruits, detox, and Dr. Mars.
And how soon did you notice changes?
Yeah, so actually the first 3 weeks when I was just vegan, having soup, smoothie, and juices, actually after these 3 weeks, I already felt better. I was already sleeping a bit. I was really going like, wait, this is really working for me. And you know what? I don't want to eat other foods. I'm actually vegan now. I'm like, I tried this so many times, and every time after 2 weeks, I was just like going for the meat, and I just need to take this. But I must say that I already was on this supplement that was helping me with my B12. And the other times I wasn't. And I didn't know that I had such bad stomach mucosa inflammation. I didn't know that that's why I didn't make intrinsic factor, and that's why I was low on B12, and that's why I was low on iron. And I didn't know that. But at the time that I was doing this 3 weeks, I already knew all of that. And so because I was supplementing this, I wasn't having the cravings for the animal food that was just basically telling my body 2 things. 1, get the B12 or the iron. And 2, I had a bunch of worms and yeasts and things living inside me that wanted to eat that. So yeah, I knew that at this time. And
I wanted to ask you about something you mentioned earlier, which was your hip alignment, your pelvic.
Yeah.
Did you notice improvements there as well?
Yeah.
How
in
soon
July, in June, I was actually okay. Like when I slept, it was just going, the inflammation all over this, in my hips, in my feet, it just started reducing right away. And 6 months later, I was camping. I was sleeping outside in a little tent and with my baby in England in the rain. And I mean, yeah, I was still not able to carry him in the wrap up the stairs, but I mean, I would just feel it after 2 steps. But I could walk up the stairs. I could just walk the hill. We went hiking. You know, I let the husband carry all the heavy stuff. And I actually, on the flat ground, I was fine with carrying him because I could wrap the thing around my hips. And if the weight is like divided here in front of me or on my back, so it's divided equally, it's fine. Mm-hmm. If I have to carry like a box of oranges, I never do it like that because spot. But since I met Dr. Doug Graham and he showed me some cool exercises, it's going a whole lot better. So I've been doing the exercises, and since then, I think that I'm functioning normally.
Sorry, what?
I think that I'm functioning normally now. I'm still not athletic, but I mean, I'm not a professional gymnast anymore, but I think I'm functioning pretty normal right now.
Wow, I love it. Oh, so you did professional gymnastics before?
Yeah, I did like matches and stuff when I was young.
I can't even do a handstand.
Well, that's okay. You can come to the Dutch Food Festival. I'll be teaching everybody handstands. I did this last festival. So many people, I can't do it. I said, okay, at the end of the hour, everybody can do it. So I'm pretty sure we can make it work.
Wow. So for the gymnastics, I'm curious, did you do all the routines or a particular one, like the beam or the ribbon, or what did you do?
Oh, I didn't do arithmetic gymnasts.
That's like the image that I
yeah. No.
Was it like the bars?
Like the bars and the beam and the floor.
That's amazing.
And the jumps, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So now they got the Pegasus, but I just quit when they introduced Pegasus. Yeah.
Oh, why?
Because I'm too old.
Oh, well, what is the Pegasus actually? I don't...
Like, before they had this horse thing, which is just 4 legs and a sausage on top. And now they've got like a bigger platform to do the jumps on.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
But I still
Um,
love it, and I still love to teach gymnastics, and my body remembers the routine. So if I have a field of grass, like if I stay there, I just want to do something. If I'm in a gym, like I just can't, like it's there's something inside me that wants to do the jumps, but my strength isn't there anymore.
that
And
is really cool, though.
being
Gymnastics.
having a baby changes the setup of your body. If you have a baby, yeah, everything's in a different place after, so your balance is different.
Oh.
But for me to do a cartwheel is fine. I can do 10 in a row. I mean, like
I used to do cartwheels when I was in primary school, but can't do it anymore. But I wanted to ask you, when you were experiencing the pelvic, like the misalignment, did you actually consult like a chiropractor or anything like that at the time?
yeah, a lot. Osteopath, chiropractor, pelvic
Did they
physiotherapist, specialist.
did they ever mention diet or lifestyle things?
Nobody.
That's the thing, right?
Nobody, like a
Yeah,
reintegration therapist, like a
that's my experience too.
a reintegration doctor, actually. Like, no, they don't say anything about. When I explained what I was eating, they say, "Oh yeah, you're super healthy, you're doing good, right?" Yeah, and then the exercises, I'm like, I'm doing these exercises for like a year now. It's not working because it's hormonal, and then orthomolecular therapies like pills, they also say, oh, you're pregnant, oh, you're breastfeeding, not too high doses. Okay, so basically they tell you, you're pregnant, you're breastfeeding, we cannot help you, good luck, so I
So
thought, well, I'll figure it out myself then. No problem. I did.
I'm wondering, did you, as a result of the changes that you made, did you let go of any medication or get off of any medication? Because that was my experience. Like, I used to rely on painkillers, and once I changed my diet, I didn't need the painkillers anymore because I wasn't in pain.
Well, I was really stubborn, and I didn't eat any painkillers because
Oh, wow.
bad for my body. So I was just like being in pain. And also because I ate so much naproxen.
What's that?
Since I think that's an NIDS, but that's an inflammation killer that disrupts somewhere in the inflammation chain, and it says now stop there. So, ibuprofen.
Oh, that's what I took.
Yeah,
Ibuprofen.
so naproxen is like in the same league.
Okay.
It's really bad for your liver, actually.
Yeah.
Anyway, I took that since I was 15. I got my first period. And,
I took.
that stuff, it works. You can take, that non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drug. That one.
Thank
Exactly,
you,
Elle.
Elle.
Yeah, that one. So, yeah, I took that since I got my period. And after some time, you say you can take one every 6 hours. I needed one every 3 hours. And once I found out how bad it was, I decided to use other things like quercetin, which is plant-based concentrated quercetin from plants in a pill.
When was
And
that? Was
most
that
all before, it's like 2011. So that's about 5 years before,
okay?
so 3 years before getting pregnant. And I did like homeopathic cure, how do you say that? Like a program that takes 3.5 months. You take different kind of drops and herbs, and I did that a couple of times. And so I did like 3 weeks where I was just basically living on spirulina.
Oh, wow.
I did a lot of things to figure it out, because
I
I was,
took
like I
some
said, I was
spirulina
allergic
too.
to lots of stuff. And yeah, like I found out that when I was having my baby that we were having thrush, which is basically candida, and that it would be in my blood and became in my milk, and through my milk it comes in his mouth and in his intestines, and that's making him pain. And so I was using Paudarco but not long enough, you know. So then I was using Paudorco and Spirulina and Chlorella, and then I was doing the fast, and then was, you know, so I did so many supplements, medication kind of things that, yeah. And now I'll show you one. For example, this is one. This is X-Chem. I'm using that now because it also helps with heavy metals, supports your adrenals. It lowers your histamine level while getting rid of inflammation. And I just did a test on myself, a bioresonance test yesterday. And you can see on my test, like, I'm not the healthiest person on the planet, but I was just way down there, and now I'm okay. And that is just a world of difference. That's such a big difference for me. You know, like, people can say whatever they want that I'm not super healthy. Maybe I'm not, but I'm like 1,000 times better than I was.
Yes.
And
that's the thing. That's the thing. Anyone who's watching this and struggling right now can learn from your example. So thank you for sharing.
Yeah.
But I wanted to ask you about digestion, because it was one of the biggest things that I noticed when I changed my eating. So what were the changes that you noticed in terms of your digestion? You
really made a list of cool questions, huh? I love it. I love it. Yeah, I went from don't remember when I was pooping to twice a day.
Yeah, we're gonna get right into it. Yeah. So same here. I was so backed up, and that was the first thing I noticed, was that I had no bloating when I switched to fully raw. So I was
for me, no.
That was it.
I don't remember having bloating, but I do have it since I started adding nuts and seeds in my raw vegan diet. So I really have to take that in account. If I eat a salad and the salad has not come out like 24 hours later, which sometimes happens because I'm not drinking enough or too many fibers, then and like if I go and then eat like watermelon for 2 days, like if I then eat a watermelon in the evening and a watermelon for breakfast, you know, like what happens on this day, like this is not good. Yeah, so it will be a mess. So really, yeah, like I said, it's not perfect, and I know that there's some bad genes inside me, like my grandma's having even nodes in her intestines. And if you look in my iridology, you can see in my eyes, and you can go like, wow, your intestines are a mess. And I'm like, actually, I'm doing pretty good. So it's just what you compare it with. That's what I'm trying to say, like what you compare it with. I don't have any, I mean, like, it's not really bothering me at all. I just do not do stupid things. Like, hey, Wendy, you want to eat like fries and then watermelon? And of course, no, I don't want.
Yeah.
It would be just, yeah, and I think this candida yeast is not completely gone because it starts to regrow if you have a backup system. And so I think I'll have another round of juice fasting later next year, somewhere in spring. I think I'll do some more healing things and I'll restart my drops. My teeth are better now, though.
Sorry?
My teeth are better.
In what way?
Well, they were really starting to
get... Your teeth are so nice and straight.
Yeah, well, here everybody gets, you know.
I have a chipped tooth. Chipped it on a chopstick. A bit down.
Yeah, my teeth were getting holes in them, you know, like caries. And my wisdom teeth were getting really black and soft and just like breaking off pieces until one was just like a little pointy black thing. And they say, you want me to pull it out? And I was like, it's not bothering me. But because I was doing so much detox, I had a lot of acids come in my mouth and I could just feel it coming from the sinus coming here, and also the lymphs that are here. Like for me, they've always been swollen since every time I went to any doctor or anything. Oh, again, I'm like, yeah, it's chronic. It's like always bad. So every time when I started detoxing, I noticed that it was getting worse. My mouth would just burn of acids. That was really literally, and these acids were already inside me. They were just coming out through my mouth. So I really had to rinse and brush my teeth, but just rinse and do some oil pulling and things like that. And they were already bad before I started this raw food diet. So it just got better when I started the raw food diet. It was really when I was pregnant. So 3.5 years before it was.
Well, that's great that you've seen those improvements. That's really good. We've got a question in the chat. Elle says, besides eating the fruits and vegetables to detox, what were some of the other things you did to detox your body?
Actually, cool question. Yeah, so I made actually a whole program, and I was going to add it to this bundle, but it's definitely too late. So it's like, it's in Dutch. I made a program. I did Monday, Wednesday, Friday sauna, like a hot Finland sauna, not the soft steamy things in your room. That doesn't work. Like, I don't think it works for me anyway, but like the one of the 100 degrees one. I upped my energetic practices. So I went to do a Merkaba healing course, which is, I don't know if you ever heard about that, but that's cleaning all your energy bodies on all the dimensions that you're existing. You have to start with the first and you have to build it up. You cannot just start with all 13. You just have to do one, and after some months you can add 2. Okay, so I did that. Then I listened to Think and Grow Rich about 300 times, because that's all about how to program your brain to get what you want and be happy, because I decided I'm going to be happy every day. I don't know how to do it, but I'm just going to listen to that. So I listened to that. Then I got a coach. Yeah. Look what I did. I got a coach.
Me too.
Well, actually it was my own best coach, but it was nice to have somebody extra. I decided that it would be cool to go to Tony Robbins and walk on this hot coal thing. You know, the barbecue they put on the floor, you walk on it. So I decided to motivate myself to do it. I thought, if I can do that, I can do anything. So I did that. Turns out it's pretty easy. Try to manage a 7-year-old boy that doesn't want to go to school or doesn't want to brush his teeth. Way more difficult than walking the hot coals. Like, the hot coals, 1 minute is finished. The kid, like, it continues, and you try everything, and they continue and they continue. So, and then try not to get angry. It's way more difficult. So I took that monk way of thinking. You can do it, you know, just breathe. The child will someday calm down. So, and then besides that, I used the whole set of Dr. Robert Morse. So I just went through the whole thing. I made my own protocol. I did iridology in 2003. So I got my stuff. I did it. I'm an energetic therapist. So I started my breath work again, which I stopped. So I restarted breath work. I went to Kundalini yoga twice a week, 3 times a week to the sauna. I biked my kids to school. And there was a pool and the sauna and a fitness. So after some time, I could do the spinning. So I would go inside and sit on the spinning thing a little bit, and I would swim a little bit. And I practiced intermittent fasting in the evening. I'm just explaining the whole program here, right? So intermittent fasting in the evening, and I would do at least 1 day of water fast, juice fast, or dry fast in a week. And in the end, I managed to do 3 days of juice, 1 day dry, the rest fruit and vegetable eating, no nuts, no seeds, and keeping my eating window between 11:30 in the morning until 7:30 in the evening. And I would drink water. Sometimes before I would drink a lot of water, and sometimes I would not. And sometimes I would even drink in the evening. But most of the time I wouldn't feel thirsty anymore because of all the fruit and water and juice during the day. And yeah, so I did the GI broom in the evening. I did some
What's a
fertile
GI
heal.
room?
Yeah, so it's a mixture with psyllium and cascara sagrada that helps you heal the villi of your intestines.
Oh, is it
And
a
it
drink?
helps you go to the toilet too. Like
Is
not
it a drink?
yeah, it's a powder. You can put it in a juice or water and you drink it.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's it called? Can you say it one more time?
GI broom. So it's
GI broom.
gastrointestinal tract, GI
Yeah.
broom.
Broom.
Cleaning.
Okay. I hadn't heard of it before.
It's also from Dr. Robert Morris's
I
health
see.
office. Yeah. And you can make your own mixture that's a little bit like that. I never tried zeolite, but I love the other clays. I tried the clay, so I mixed the clay, psyllium, charcoal, and cascara sagrada. And I mix that and drink it like in a cup like that in the end of the day. And then in the morning you're like less tired, and about 30 minutes later you go to the toilet and you feel so much lighter. So for people just starting to do this detox, that's a really cool tool to help you. It will absorb all the toxins, you know, during the night. Your body's cleaning and it will absorb the toxins. So that's been really helpful. Yeah, so I did it all: exercise, breath work, yoga, sauna, herbs, homeopathy. Yeah, I went to my not chiropractor, osteopathy one time every month. And yeah, regular checkups with the bioresonance machine, or asking a colleague, like, how am I doing?
That's commitment. Could you talk a little bit about the bioresonance? I don't really know what that is.
Okay.
And maybe people watching this don't know, maybe too.
Okay. So it's a little box like that with a chip, and it comes with software on the computer. Every frequency of your cell, everything in your body has its own frequency. It sends a frequency to you, and then it's actually biofeedback. You give feedback to the machine, and then because it knows every frequency that it's supposed to be, it registers everything that's off. So it's like so many points off. We used to do this with a little analog thing that goes like that, but nowadays, you know, everything is in a little box in a chip in a software. And then it'll send it back to the program, which will make it visual for you. And that's it.
What kind of visual? What kind of visual does it give
so
back?
Whatever the programmer made to make it pretty. Like now it shows me the points. So something is 0.351 to 0.458. And then it made some parts in the middle, it makes green, and the other is like orange, red. You know what I mean? Like it shows you like a traffic light system, how bad you're doing. There are also other systems that shows like pictures of the body, like it really slices you. I don't have that because I don't have 30,000 euro to invest in a machine. Mine is just a 2,000 euro thing.
So based on the reading, do you have to adjust your lifestyle habits, or how does it work?
Okay, so it just shows you, are your cells having enough vitamin A, B, C, D, K, etc., minerals? How many heavy metals are in your body? And like this little more expensive machine, it shows you slices of your body. So it will show you, for example, pictures of the thyroid and the area of the thyroid that is off. Mine only shows the TH4, TH3, THS, and like generally how the hormone is doing. But for me as an energetic therapist, when somebody tells the story, I got a general idea of what's off from a holistic perspective. I already know what chakras are off, and I know with kind of homeopathy from this, how to help this person's aura to adjust the meridian, to send the right signal to this organ, to push the organ to work again, and to help the blocked emotion come out that is relating to this organ that is blocked. That's my work. The machine for me is just for fun, to see if would I test it with my hands and know from my brain if it's the same what the machine say. Plus, it takes me 2 hours to do a whole test on you, and the machine does it in 1 minute.
Wow, that's really interesting. I learned something new. I hadn't heard about this before.
Well,
so.
okay, it's really old. It exists since 1960.
Okay.
It's just that it's been kept from us normal humans, I think. Well, let's not go into that, but at the moment that they started promoting the pharmaceutical education and the natural doctor educations were not getting any money anymore. And then the church came and the religions came and say, it's bad, it's woohoo, don't do it. You know, let's burn the witches. And those witches says, yeah, but if you eat the plant, you get better. No, plants are bad. Go to the doctor. Get like a bottle with Coca-Cola and you feel better, you know. Yeah, so the machine, it's really cool. That's why I wanted to study technical physics, because I really believe that nature has the answers. I really believed in this and I knew about this. And I started to study technical physics because I wanted to make one of those, or to make like a Kirlian machine where you can, you know, take photos of people's aura. So I went to study that.
Oh, is that the Kirlian photography?
Yeah.
That's something I have heard of. Oh. By the way, we've got a comment in the chat asking, where do you buy one of these bioresonance machines? Hi, Ron Tucker. Welcome.
Yeah, well, anywhere, basically. They come with when you start to study energetic therapies, you buy one at the same time. So you buy it plus you buy the course, because you do need to interpret it. I know that if you want a little machine that shows you for yourself in your home, I think for like 300 to 600 euro, or that would be, don't know how much, like a little bit more in dollars, like 10% more. You can buy them, for example, on Ali, but I don't know. There's so many, how you call them, factories. I know some colleagues of mine that bought from Ali and they're doing really good. So, but you really have
Sorry,
to,
we just had a bit of a troll in the chat, so I blocked him. Sorry. Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Don't read it. Don't read it. Ignore it. Ignore it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Well, I didn't see anything. So anyway, yeah, so you can get like a little machine that, for example, works with your phone, and it'll test just your vitamins and your minerals. And that would be something that would be useful for everybody.
Okay, so for Elle who's asking, I guess she can search for energetic therapies and that will turn up some results.
Yeah, you just search for like bioresonance or biofeed. The problem is that there are a lot of studies with a different name that do the same thing.
Right.
Like meta therapist, I think in Dutch is called, like meta therapy. Like.
Okay, so I hope that answers your question, Elle. Have a look into it. The other thing I wanted to ask you was that a lot of women who start eating like the raw vegan diet will experience amenorrhea, like they'll lose their periods. And I actually experienced that too, but you actually got your period back. I remember talking to you about this. So yeah. I think this could be very helpful for people who are struggling with their periods. So could you share a little bit about that?
Yeah, I got my period back because, yeah, you know, I wasn't having it since I got pregnant and had my baby. So
how long did that take? Like, how long had you gone without your period? And then
I think it was about the same time I started to do this juice fast thing. So 3 years, 3.5. I felt my hormonal struggles though. I was feeling the hormones. I was having some PMS symptoms, even though I wasn't having any blood. I think the blood itself is a cleaning process.
Okay. But I'm wondering how soon after doing the juicing and the fasting did you notice your period come back?
Yeah, so like immediately, like also in the same period, like in
So,
June 2016. I started in the end of 2015, so the really like in the end of December, and
oh,
in June I was, like I said, I was great. I was having my
so like
period.
6 months, about 6 months
Yeah,
to get your period back.
yeah.
Wow.
And when I did the juice fast, I kind of lost it, but I absolutely was ovulating and I was having the hormones and I was losing some mucus, but I wasn't really bleeding a lot. So in the period, because I did 78 days with like 3 weeks in between, that period, I wasn't really menstruating, not really.
Oh, okay. But then it came back after that?
Yeah, it came back right away. And it's still like that. I can play with it a little bit. I don't know if that's good info or not, but I also got something like for toast. Oh, where did I put the bottle? I could take the bottle. Like there's some herbs you're not supposed to take when you're pregnant or when you are breastfeeding, but they can do in a very low dosage and they can support you. But if you take them in a higher dosage and you're like fasting, your body will also stop menstruating for a moment because it's working on healing you.
Okay.
It's not the time for you to make a baby right now.
Hmm.
So the body is like regulating itself. Unless you're super, 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 super way too skinny and you're eating super bad, that's a different way. But when you go raw vegan and you're having like an okay weight and you're fasting, that means the body is now focusing this energy on detox. And it's not making you ready for having a baby. And I think that's a good thing.
Hmm.
Because when you clean, it'll come back and you can have a baby and you will have a better pregnancy.
And you have a baby now, or you have a
I
child.
have one.
and
I have a child. He's 8. Yeah.
and does your family eat the way that you do?
So his father and me are now divorced, but he kind of followed me. Yeah. And
Okay.
he adds a beer in the weekend and some crisps during the week and some chickpeas here and there. And yeah.
What kind of things does your son like? Does he like the fruit or?
Nice cream.
Yeah, nice cream. We should talk about the book.
Yeah, no. I mean, not that I want to talk about the book, but the reason I wrote the book with the nice cream is just to provide easy recipes, and this is just the things that have been helping me and him. They eat a lot, these kids, and to make a gigantic amount of something delicious and beautiful, smoothies and smoothie bowls and nice cream bowls like I make is just amazing. And he's crazy about bananas, so. Yeah, and he just loves
He's bananas about bananas.
you put him in front of a fruit place or veggie place, he'll take what he wants. Now, for example, he's like, I want lettuce. He just wants my lettuce. So I cut him a whole iceberg and a bag of this baby lettuce, and that's it. He'll eat it like that, the whole thing. And it'll be a phase where he doesn't want lettuce and he's just like, I got cherimoya here. He just wants to have 5 cherimoyas and 2 mangoes and 10 mandarins. Great. He does that. So he just loves fruit. He doesn't like the curry things that I make. Like, too complicated for him? No. Simple is good, mama. Okay.
Wisdom. Well, Wendy, I actually wanted to try something with you. I went through your nice cream book and it's beautiful. I love the book and it's got some great recipes in it. But
Cool.
and you've got not only nice cream, but you've also got things like sorbets and nice cream cake.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah.
But I was especially interested in the nice cream. So what I did was I went through your recipes. And don't worry, I'm not gonna reveal any of your recipes. But I wrote down 3 that really interested me. And I was curious
That
if
it what?
you, 3 of your recipes that really stood out to me.
Okay, go
Yeah.
ahead. Which one?
So, yeah, I will tell you, but before I reveal my choices, I was hoping that you would tell us, if you had to tell us which 3 are your top, like you're proud of, especially proud of, which 3 would they be? And maybe we'll have a match. Maybe we'll have the same choices. So, oh, you're frozen. Are you there? Oh no, Wendy has, oh, you're back. You're back.
You're back. I didn't hear anything.
Oh gosh. Okay. Yeah. What I said was, I was hoping that maybe before I reveal my 3 choices, you would tell us which 3 recipes you are the most proud of, and which ones would you recommend to someone who doesn't know anything about raw veganism. And
Proud?
maybe we'll have a match.
Well, I love my volcano. I like the Black Island volcano. It's like cool. It's like the best to
The
make.
picture is so nice.
But that's just proud because I was making it and then we were watching the volcano erupt in Iceland and it's like, look, Wendy, the volcano. I said, oh cool, look, I made a volcano. Let's name this ice cream volcano.
Great.
But
What about
my favorite to go to is just the purple pleasure. It's just the best. It's just my favorite. It goes with everybody. Purple ice cream is just amazing. And
Yes.
then I also got a pure pink party, which is more like with raspberries and stuff and other berries. And yeah, I make them like every week.
the purple pleasure, pure pink party, and the volcano one? Oh wow.
Yeah, no, I
Those
don't
were-
make this volcano one a lot. I just always make this purple ice cream. It's just the best.
Wow.
And now, yeah, like for flavors, like the crayon mango, yeah, but you have to get all the ingredients of that one, you know. We're not always
Yeah,
finding that.
mango.
Yeah,
that's
crayon
a
mango.
nice one too. Well, I'm going to share my 3 choices, and they're actually different, but that's good because they get to hear 6 or 7 from your.
Oh, it's okay. You can name all of them.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I was interested in the antioxidant acai. This one.
Yeah.
Antioxidant acai.
You
had
created it?
2 actually. I actually do not have a blender, so
It's okay.
I didn't try it, but I was interested in it because I like acai.
Me too.
And, yeah, I just love the taste and I love the colors as well. So that was one that really interested me. And the other one was khaki coconut. Khaki coconut. Because I love persimmon.
Yeah, I'm
And I
having
love
that right
coconuts
now.
too. Are you having that right now?
Yeah, I made that like yesterday.
Woo! And the other one, which I think is like super Dutch, it sounds super Dutch. It's this one. I can't pronounce it.
Super
Super-
speculoos. Spice.
Speculoos.
Speculoos.
Spice.
Yeah. Yeah,
The last part
speculoos.
always makes me think of toilet.
Like
Loos.
yes, it's like in Dutch it's speculaas, but in international it's used speculoos, and it's actually sold all around the world.
Yeah, what is it? I remember.
So it's a
getting
spice.
it.
Yeah, it's a spice blend. It's
Oh
like,
my gosh.
do
I
you
thought it
know,
was
for
actually-
example, gingerbread spices? You know that? You have a
Yeah,
mix. Okay, so take the gingerbread spices, but add way more cinnamon and some cumin, and then it's almost like that. Then you almost got it. It's got to have piment in it, allspice.
Okay. I thought that the speculoos was actually a biscuit.
Yeah,
not-
so they take the spices, make cookies with it, and then it's a biscuit.
Oh, so the speculoos is actually the spice.
It's a spice blend, yes.
Oh.
And then there was one very smart company that made cookies, biscuits, and start promote it and sell it all over the world.
I see. Well, thank you very much for explaining that. And thank you so much for your recipes in the Nice Cream Squared book. I love the
Yeah, you
title, by the way.
too.
Nice Cream
You
Squared.
too.
Yeah. And I wanted to, if you are up for it, Wendy, with your permission, I was hoping we could play a little game.
Oh, what is it?
So this game is I call it Guess My Hashtag.
Oh, right.
And what I've done is I went into your Instagram and looked at your hashtags. Don't cheat.
Really?
Don't cheat. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a short acronym, like the initial letters only, and then you're going to guess what the hashtag is. And if you need a hint, I'll give you a hint. But I think these should be pretty straightforward. So we have
Okay,
those.
well,
Shall
we
try?
got some minutes left because I got to go to pick up my kid in about 10 minutes. So let's
Okay,
do
we'll
it.
see. I've got 5, but let's see how many we can get through. Okay, here's the first round. Tell me if you need a hint, okay?
Okay. Is the first one?
Yeah.
I use that.
SB. Well, the hashtag was the full word.
I use something that starts with SB.
Yes, it's 2 words. It's 2 words. One word starts with S, and the other word starts
okay.
with
So it's a hint. Okay.
yeah. Do you
How
want
about smoothie? I know it's got to have a B in it.
say it one more
Smoothie
time?
bowl.
You got it. Smoothie bowl.
I use a lot of smoothie bowl.
Yeah, and the hint was breakfast.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah, but you didn't need it.
Well, that would be me then. You helped me by saying that it was the first letter of word and the second letter. Yeah. Hey, but I love to play this game with you another time, but because I really now have 8 minutes to go get him.
Okay, you have to go. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining me today. I really enjoyed hearing about your story, your healing story. And
I really want to get back to you because I didn't get any chance to ask you any questions, if you want.
Oh, do you have to go now, though?
Yeah, I gotta go.
Yeah. Oh, all right. Well, we could always schedule another live on your page if you want. Let me know.
I like it. I think if people like it.
Yeah, sure. Send me a DM and we'll set it up. But I will let you go because I think you have to go, right?
I have to go. Yeah, the school is finishing, you know. I have to be there. Otherwise, it'll be like,
Well, thank you so much for your time today. Have a great day. And yeah, let's catch up later.
Sorry for the interruption. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh,
thank you everybody for watching.
Thank you guys. See you. Goodbye.
Bye.